Hello, Miss Babs asked me to make a few videos of some of the stitches unique to our April tour cowl. There are many variations on cable stitches in our pattern for Metamorphose. The cable stitches that start with the letter C for cable knit all the stitches involved in the cable. The cable stitches that start with the letter T for twist all involve various combinations of knits and purls within the cable. In addition, there are several stitches labeled EL, which stands for elongated, and involve a double wrap. I'm not going to demo all 13 variations of the T cables, but I have chosen two that appear early on in the knitting in Chart A as representative samples. If you understand these, you should have no trouble with the rest. I am assuming that you are familiar with basic cables or have watched my video that I posted earlier in this group. The first twist cable is T5R EL. We know that this involves 5 stitches, leans to the right, the cable needle is held in the back, and it involves a double wrap. We're going to slip 3 stitches from the left needle to the cable needle and hold it in the back. Then we're going to knit 1 from the left needle, and then we're going to knit 1 with a double wrap. 1, 2, pull it through, and you can see we have 2 stitches coming out of 1. Then we're going to purl 3 stitches from the cable needle. Now, if you're more comfortable, you can move the stitches from the cable needle back to the left needle and just purl them from there. Sometimes it's a little easier. Okay, the second twist cable that I'm going to show you is the T5L elongated, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 2. There's 5 stitches leaning left, the cable needle is held in the front, and there's an elongated stitch. We're going to slip 2 stitches from the cable needle and hold it in the front. Then we're going to purl 1, knit 1, purl 1 from the left needle. Then we're going to knit 1 and then knit 1 elongated with a double wrap from the cable needle. And there's our double stitch on the needle. All the other 11 variations of the T cable are similar. It's just a matter of paying close attention to the labels and close attention to the symbols on the chart. So how do we treat these double wraps when we come to them on the next round? I'm going to pretend I knitted around my circular needle, although I'm actually knitting it flat, and just bring the yarn around and start as if this was our next round. So I'm going to purl till I get to my first double wrap stitch. Of course, I'm actually going to do the stitches that the pattern says. I don't really know what they are until we get to our double wrap stitch. And it's right here. We can see there's 2 wraps on the stitch. Now let's pretend we're asked to knit this stitch. We're going to insert our needle just through one of the loops and pull it off and let the rest of the wrap just fall away till we have this loop on the needle. And then we're going to knit it. Simple as that. It's just one continuous loop, and it really is just a very loose stitch so that the knitting doesn't pucker. You could just knit a very loose stitch, but this double wrap just ensures that it's not going to be too tight when you go to block your work. Let's do the second double wrap that we did. And it is right here. Let's pretend we need to purl this stitch. So we're simply going to put our needle through the loop. There's our elongated stitch. and we're going to purl it. You can see here, there's our elongated stitch knit and our elongated stitch purled.